In this lesson, we'll continue a review of Writing Test 7. Section 2, we're still on the third passage, the evolution of slow food, and we're on question 29. During their early years, the movement also focused on the value of spending lots of time with friends and family during long meals. All right, so 29, during their early years, that's a participial phrase. Then we have a comma and a subject, and we have the movement. The movement is singular, right? And so it's not there. There has to be a plural subject for that to agree. The movement is an it's with no apostrophe, right? It's with an apostrophe isn't a contraction for it is. So the answer for 29 is C. And 30, spending lots of time with friends and family during long meals. So let's take a look. It's kind of hard to see both of these, but 30, do we want to put spending lots of time with friends and family during long cooked meals? My first instinct is it seems that it's a little bulky, a little repetitive. Spending lots of time with friends and family during long meals. So lots of time and long meals. Let's look at the other choices. How about leisurely meals with friends and family? Eating slowly in the company of loved ones, such as friends and family, another too bulky one, or joining friends as well as family for time-consuming meals. It's not time-consuming, it's just they're enjoying the process. This emphasizes the importance of these easygoing pleasures, and so the answer here is B for this one. All right, let's take a look. We've got a couple more. We'll finish this passage. As the movement grew beyond Italy's borders, today, Slow Food International boasts more than 100,000 members in 150 countries. This emphasis on pleasure pictured criticism for being elitist. This is a diction question. Pictured. Is pictured the best choice? This emphasis, pictured criticism. You want a word like an elicited or it drew criticism. And we see drew, right? This is not literally drew. This means it brought about. It's not sketched or portrayed. The answer is C. Critics have also asked if growing food using traditional methods as opposed to mass production can adequately and affordably feed the world, ? And so here we have critics have asked if growing food using traditional methods. Here we've got a non-essential clause as opposed to mass production can adequately and affordably feed the world. Do we need a question mark here? All right, is this a question, even a rhetorical question? It doesn't look like it, right? Let's look at the choices. How about just adequately, in D, adequately and affordably, or do we need the can there? So that's why the advantage of crossing out the non-essential clause. Have asked if growing food using traditional methods can. You definitely need the verb there. We need the can, we don't need the question mark. And so the answer here is C. Given the hectic pace of modern life, who among us has the time and resources for elaborate meals? So this is a rhetorical question, but not here. Such questions, in addition to environmental concerns, are at the heart of perennial debates about food production. And then we've got one more question, this final paragraph here. Over time, Slow Food has broadened its mission to focus on food that is good, clean, and fair for all. Members assert that food should be flavorful, carrying the properties of a particular region. It should be raised using environmentally sustainable practices that preserve biodiversity, and it should be accessible to all without exploiting the labors of those who produced it. In short, Slow Food runs programs that support small-scale producers in marketing regional foods in a world where food corporations threaten to drive them out of the marketplace and homogenize food choices. And so this is a transition question. In short, are we summarizing here? So here in this previous sentence, it's really giving all the purposes, right, of the members of this mission, what it should do. And then we make the transition. In short, Slow Food runs programs that support small-scale producers. We're not summarizing here. We really want a word like to further this mission, to accomplish this mission. It's almost like a thus or a therefore, but it's certainly not in short. It's not a in nonetheless or in spite of. Is it by these means? Oh, I didn't see by these means. I don't know where I read this. To these ends, or by these means, by the same token. So I saw the by and I kind of just jumped to a conclusion. So is it by the same token? No, it's really like to furthering all this purpose to these ends, to further this purpose, to accomplish this, slow food programs that support these and what it does. And so the answer here is, see, I thought this was a little bit tricky, and that's the end of the third passage.